So I learned the rules of chess a couple days ago. How the pieces move, what the win condition is, that kind of thing. And since then, every game I've played has either ended in a loss or a draw. But today I got my first win, and I just want to cover that match. I'm gonna be ignoring all this stuff on the right hand side. I just want to talk about what I was thinking and my thought process through this for archival purposes. So let's do it. Game starts out pretty normally here. Up until this point where I realize that I have an opportunity to put his king in check. So I do that. And then he blocks it with his bishop, which, makes sense. I didn't want to take his bishop because then he could easily take mine with his queen. For the same reason I didn't want to take his knight, because he could take it with a pawn. So instead I castled, which they don't like on here. They think that's a blunder. That's a blunder to them. So he takes my bishop, and then I block because I see that he could take my rook. Then I bring out my knight because I think I wanted to take his bishop next, which I do. Then he moves down. Sorry, I find it funny. The blunder icon. It's really on the nose, but he moves down. And so I bring out my queen, because he gave me an opportunity to do that. And the game thinks this is a blunder, but I move my knight up here to put his king in check, which he uses the pawn to block. Now, I didn't consider that he could use the bishop. I think I was trying to bait him into using his queen. Had he used the bishop, I probably would have been in trouble. But then I bring my bishop out to attack his queen also, to which he moves it out the way. I follow up by putting my pawn there, because if he goes to take that pawn, I can take it with the other pawn, and if he doesn't, I can take it with this pawn. If he moved it here, I could queen it. If he took, he can't take this. Sorry, I'm used to being white. So yeah, if he moved it here, queen or pawn. And if he moved it here, I didn't consider that he would move it down here, which he does. So yeah, I moved that pawn over to attack his knight, but also I think I just did it to stall. He moves his knight out the way. I take it with the bishop, or with the rook, sorry. Then he moves his rook out, so I move mine out. I didn't realize at first that this put me in harm's way of his queen, to which then his queen would be aligned with my king. And if I moved this down, he would just be able to take that too. And he does take that rook. But that's when I realize that my bishop is aligned and I've just taken his queen. I move my bishop back out take that pawn. Take that pawn with my knight. Then he moves out his bishop. I take it with mine. He takes it with his king. I retreat my knight. And start moving it across the right side. Now I would have gone here next, but his rook was right here and I didn't want to lose my knight. So I just keep moving up my pawns. Then I move my rook to put him in check. He moves away. And that's when I see it lining up. I move up my queen. And then he takes that pawn. And then I checkmate him. Pretty sick, pretty sick. Anyways, yeah, that's all I wanted to do, was just cover that. Peace.